So yeah, Tommy, once again we're looking at a scoreline that doesn't entirely reflect the nature of the game. With that in mind, what did you make of the performance today from the boys?
First half performance I thought was really encouraging. We've got a makeshift team take the field for us today. We had one lad coming off holiday. At 12:10 his flight was in the morning, and he's made himself available. He could have gone to bed, he could have said nah, leave it. He didn't. He chose to come and support and play. I've got nothing but admiration for people with that sort of commitment towards the club. That's fabulous. There's others that have travelled, they finish work, you know, we didn't get here till late, but it's one of them situations. If the lads got the opportunity to work on Saturday morning, and unfortunately we're not in a position to give them expenses, well, you can't take it away from them, can you? You can't say, well actually we want you there for such a time, you know, not when they're capable of making a few bob, you know. So that's an issue, but no, listen, it didn't reflect the game, I don't feel. I've spoken to other people, and the census of opinion seems the same, you know, that it didn't fully reflect. Fair play to them, very good side. I think we've just been watching the champions elect. I think they're a very good side. If they don't win it, they'll definitely be there or thereabouts. They've got experience right through the side, but that comes, you know, at a premium. And if this club is on the way up, the way we think it will be, they've made the resources available to the management team. That's great. That's great. Good luck to them. I think our remit's a little bit different. We're trying to sort of put ours floating again. We've got to get the whole thing on a stable footing. And as I say, that will take time. I think our season will start next Saturday.
When we have more of our players,
yes,
regular signed players back, yeah, of course.
We've got another 9 players that I would suggest are first choice squad players, and we've also we've put in motion a couple of we've put a 7-day notice on one player. I've spoken to other managers about 1 or 2 players as well. So yeah, we know we've got the resources to improve what we've got, but unfortunately for suspension, injury, holiday, the commitments are forced that we're not able to take the players at this moment in time.
Sure.
And you know, we're asking kids to do, you know, yes, very much so. And okay, they will learn eventually, but we can't let that carry on. And whenever it's possible, we've got to put people in to do the job, not to learn the job.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah,
So.
sure. For another game where Skem have gone toe-to-toe with a very heavyweight and experienced opposition, and then the second half there have been a flurry of goals that have made the scoreline not accurate to the performance. Why do you think it is that the second half seems to concede more goals when the first half seems to carry with it an element of opportunity for a big result?
Yeah, I think a lot of that can be put down to the pre-season. When we got the lads together in pre-season, it was to try and build a squad. And I've also mentioned this to you in the past. It wasn't to get a squad fit. You know, because it's actually telling in the second half of games we're not as fit as what we should be. We haven't had the chance to work with them in training, and there's a lot of things that are frustrating the management team, trust me. But like I say, with patience it will come. I'm confident that we'll be in a week or two's time. We're going to be competitive.
Sure. Now, the opening goal, there's a lot of contention about whether that was a goal or not. You said yourself that you didn't see it from where you were stood. On reflection of kind of the players who did see it go in, and in conjunction with the chance 2 minutes later when Renato goes through and his one-on-one is saved, how important do you think those two events were in the in the team's
like
performance?
I said, I couldn't see it, so I'm not gonna say it was or it wasn't. That's not fair. You know, but you look at the body language of the players, and you know, our players were adamant that it hadn't gone over the line. You know, and yet again, from a linesman's position, we've been compromised, and I feel, judging by the plays, it was unfair, you know. But listen, it's happened. There's nothing we can do about it. We've got to take it on the chin. Hopefully, you know, it'll change over time.
Sure. Thank you, Tommy.
No problem, Shane.